Good morning, Scott here. Hope you're well. Hope you had a nice weekend and hope you're ready for an exciting week in the markets. Maybe not exciting, maybe profitable week in the markets. But the important thing, of course, is to take the best trades, trade our plan the best way we can. And if we do that, then with that will come profits in the end. So let me show my screen. There's a few things to look at today. Video. Okay. A few things to look at. We'll start at the top, CAD yen, and see what we have. So CAD yen, higher time frames, monthly, weekly, daily. Seems to be in a kind of range for the last month or two. We've hit this level again, which seems to be quite strong. It's been sitting here for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 days now. Well, this is the 7th day. So it looks like it's going to reject it again. Of course, we don't know, but we'll look at our lower time frames and see what that offers us. So going to the 1 hour, I'll zoom in the 1 hour, and you can see that this has produced a nice little triangle. Maybe a bit shallow. You like to see it a bit steeper than that, but definitely some good deceleration going on there. So this support level has been held once, twice, 3 times, 4 times. So that's pretty strong. So if you're familiar with the ABO, advanced breakout, this could be a good option for that one. The first thing to do, of course, is verify this as a really strong level. And there's not too much going back, because apart from the recent price action, there's some bit back here in 2015. Go back to your due diligence, make sure you're happy with that being a very strong level. I'd say with the evidence of the last few days, it's a very strong level. So we're looking for a breakout of this and a trade up to the 4 hour. Now, whether we get our minimum profit target before the 4 hour, 4 hour 50, which is this blue line, maybe it's a bit of a struggle because of this shallow triangle. But actually on the 5-minute break, there could be a nice trade up here. We'll just trim that stop loss off there. Try stop loss to exclude that wick. Yeah, we're going to struggle a bit to get 2% here, aren't we? Depending on where the entry occurs, but if your entry enters down here somewhere, then it's okay. We haven't had a run the stops moment yet, where it comes down here, takes the stops out, and then goes long. But it's looking quite nice for possible ABO. Now, if you're not familiar with the ABO, or you just don't like it, or it doesn't set up, then there's always the IBO. We've already had an IBO, not really there, but down here had an IBO. Maybe we'll get another one. If we wait for the IBO, we really want to see a higher high before the IBO, before entering the IBO, because of this sideways price action. So we really want to see this go up here. Might even go up to the 4 hour 50 first. Maybe come back and test the trend line, and then go trade up to the daily 50. So there's 2 couple of options there. Keep your eye on that one. Euro Kiwi. Right, so we've been testing this daily 50, the red line here, and the daily 20 as well, because they're very close. A couple of times now, well, maybe more. One big test there and a big test here. Maybe now we're breaking down. We haven't broken below this level cleanly yet. The bodies we have, the wicks we have, not really. It's kind of reached those levels on Friday. So this could be a strong support level, which you'll have to break through. I notice it actually lines up with this level here. Let's make that off the line. So there we have possibly a strong support level. There's lots of action around this kind of area for a long way back. So maybe that's going to be stubborn to get through, but we'll look at the lower time frames to see what that gives us. Trend line break, Friday, maybe even Thursday, and then Friday, maybe we're heading lower. big breakdown, very strong breakdown. The pullback, probably about 382 level from here. And then it's on its way down again. So the possible trade could be a pip snatcher if it pulls back. If it pulls back from here, that should be okay. Give it time for the 1 hour 50 to catch up. What we don't want to see really is a double bottom, because we have to trade through that double bottom. And that will probably line up reasonably closely with this level here, which I'll copy and paste over here. So yeah, so it's already tested that level. So we want to see it break that, maybe pull back for a pip snatcher and then trade that short. So that's the kind of secondary because of that level, I think. Oh, that looks quite nice. Euro dollar, click on the right one. Stalling at this level quite a few days now. Maybe we're waiting for it to break down. See what the lower time frames give us. Trend line break and retest. Notice there, and it's breaking down again. We've already had an IBO, but then pull back to this trend line. So this will be a discretionary second IBO, and no reason why not. It could also be a pip snatcher. A pip snatcher there could line up nicely. It's going to line up pretty well with the 1 hour 50, so that could also be an IBO. IBO A, B, or C. It won't be a C, is it A or B? 4 hour has a lower high and a lower low. So we've got an IBO A, which is more reliable. Go back to the 1 hour. So it's an IBO A, which is good. And let's zoom in a little bit, it's a bit squished. And we could get a nice little IBO there down to the 4 hour 50 or take it a little bit lower. So that looks quite nice. That could be a good one for later on. See what Kiwi Swiss is offering. It's come back down. We tested the daily 50 and it's gone back up to reach this level again, which it's rejected recently as well, and even on Friday. It seems to be a reasonable level going back. It was acting as support here. It's now acting as resistance. So that could be looking at a breakdown to go short. What do we get here on the 1 hour chart? The 1 hour time frame is giving us, the MACD is showing us a higher high, so this has still got positive momentum. We do have that level to be aware of, which we've already tested once and then we tested again on Friday. We really want to trade through that, but it could be a nice little pip snatcher, which is kind of lining up about now. 1 hour 50 is too far back. Have to see what happens in a few hours as the 1 hour 50 comes back, or maybe it'll just come down, test the 1 hour 50 and give an entry in the pip snatcher. It's probably the best we get there. Not the best of setups, but possible to put pip snatcher. Kiwi yen. Again, we're looking for a bullish day after some bullish action after testing the daily 50 last week, or yeah, last week, a week before actually, Friday before last week. So there's a bullish action heading up towards this level here, which we'll be aware of. And again, a pip snatcher is probably the best thing we'll get here. If you'll squeeze in below that R1, get my thing set up properly. Yeah, just about squeezing a pip snatcher. But price action isn't looking that great, is it? If it pulls back now, be okay. Otherwise, see how it looks as the 1 hour 50 catches up later in the day. Okay, next one is dollar CAD. We've had a pullback to this level, which it tested on Thursday, pulled up to it on Friday as well. It'd be nice to see it test the daily 50, because that's probably where it's going to go, even if it's only just for a quick test. We'll go to lower time frames, and this one now is looking really nice. I like it because this is a good wedge pattern. Good wedge pattern, ACB short. We've just broken the 4 hour 50, which is not ideal. But as it comes back through the 4 hour 50, it could be a nice little ACB short. And that'll mean your stop would go back here somewhere, trading down to lows. The only negative on this one, as I said, is this daily 50s. I would not be surprised under volume, the volume comes in about 6-8 hours time, that we get a break above, test the daily 50, and only then will it load up to go short. So it looks nice for an ACB. You can always wait for an ACBB as it breaks down below, or even a CBO, breaks down below the 4-hour 50, 1-hour 50, come down, retest, trade that short for CBO short and ACBB short. But at the moment, ACB looks good. Just be aware that the daily 50 is just above it. Dollar Swiss, looking not too dissimilar. Dollar CAD, we're putting back up to this level. This level seems to be a pretty strong level. Gone back and tested it. See on the monthly, it's going through it quite a lot here. It's good testing around here on the monthly, and lots of action around this level. So if you go back, the due diligence, you'll probably find that's a pretty strong level, just above where we're at now. So again, we've got a nice looking ACB here. Daily 50 is right up here. Could it test that? It could do, but it's a long way away. If it does, it's going to really have to break this pretty significantly. If it does break that, test the daily 50, daily 20, it's a long way to go back. Not saying it won't. But if you believe that this daily momentum short is going to continue, you could say this is wave 1, wave 2, wave 3. Wave 3 is usually the largest. This is the wave 1 is a bit too large. But it does look like there's a lot of bearish pressure there. Looking at the weekly, I noticed that we've had a big breakdown through the weekly 50, pull back to test it last week, and now we could be going short again. And the monthly is actually testing the monthly 50 right now. So a bit mixed there. Monthly, maybe that's going to hold. But the weekly and the daily suggesting it's going to go short. We'll look at the MACD as well, just so that gives some confirmation. Not really. Looks like it's kind of trending up. Trending up. Nothing to say it's going to break down. But it's a nice looking ACB pattern. So if you know the ACB, it could be a nice little short trade on there. As it sets up, test the 4-hour 50 first on this trend line again, fill up to here. Again. And then break down, enter around here somewhere, and then trade that down to these lows. Could be a nice ACB, or wait for it to break down below, retest the 1-hour 50 from ACBB, and it'll probably retest this trend line as well. May do, depends. And that's an option for later on as well. They're the ones that are setting up right at the moment. There's a few that might set up later today or tomorrow. We'll have a quick look at those. EuroCAD, still at this level, very major level. I've gone back and checked it. You do the same, make sure you're happy with that. And what do we have here? We have an ABO again, a nice solid looking triangle. Oh, which is just broken out of. Okay, so I was hoping for another, had 1, 2, 3 tests. It would have been a nice entry back here somewhere, which is actually on Friday. So that was late session Friday. So that's gone. Do we have an IBO setting up? Looks a bit small for an IBO. Maybe we'll come back down later on. Give us a nice deep break of the 1-hour 50 and a pullback to give us an IBO short. So EuroCAD, IBO short looks good. I think the IBO's gone. Unless it pulls back inside now, which I doubt. Pound CAD. Still at this level again, looking for a bit of bearish pressure perhaps, although it was a green candle on Friday. So we need proof, that confirmation this is changing into a downtrend, or at least a pullback. At the moment we have high highs, high lows pretty much, so there's no trend change. We need to find it have a pullback below the 1-hour 50 for an IBO later, and then trade it short. And while doing that, we will need to see a break of the uptrend and a lower high and lower low, which you're probably not going to get. before the setup, unless we get fall back here, and then it breaks down. So we need to have some proof of deceleration and proof of trend change. So just be aware of that one. Be a bit wary of it. Maybe that'll be 2 days time. Right? That'll be a Tuesday play. Pound dollar starting its level really strongly. You get another little triangle here. We've got a trend line which is broken and retested. It's nice to see it retested on Friday. That's great acceleration, and we're now ready for a breakdown below. So breakdown below the 1 hour 50. Doesn't have to come back this far, maybe just this far. Come back here somewhere, and then IBO short. That could be later today even. CAD. CAD. Okay, this level here, strong level. This is the same as high here, and going back. I think I've already checked this level. Go back yourself and check it, but it looks like it's a very strong level. And actually, this is what we looked at on Friday, when it looked like it was reversing, and I said the real support resistance line is just above it for this high, and it came back on Friday to do that, to test that. So we've got the lower time frames then. But we have no confirmed trend change yet. We've got higher highs and higher lows all the way. This is a higher low, but we're now higher again. So this was breakout, breakthrough again on retest. So although we think it may go short into an IBO, by doing that we need to see a confirmed trend change, lower highs, lower lows. With a MACD to confirm it. We have a MACD from here, here, and here. MACD is getting lower as the price is getting higher, so that's hinting at a trend change there. So it looks like we're going to go short. We need confirmation. So this trend line to break, 1 hour 50 to break, will give us a nice IBO short. Kiwi dollar. Still at this level again. Waiting for it to go short. So what we get here, we have a nice resistance line there that's feeling pretty strong. We did have a breakdown last week, but it's gone back up again to retest this line. So the MACD to confirm, yeah, MACD divergence pretty strong all the way down there. So hitting lower prices. Again, we need to see it break down through this trend line, through the 1 hour 50, come back, maybe even retest. Whoops. Retest the trend line as it breaks to 1 hour 50, then trade that short. That could be nice one for later on. But again, last one we look at. This line, very strong support line, which is these highs here. Not much else up this level for quite a long time. But looking like we're going to go up to at least test the daily 20, daily 50 zone. It's been kind of going sideways. It's broken the 1 hour 50 and it almost held. So we now need to see a strong break, and it needs to go really above the 4 hour 50. So wait for CBO, break the 4 hour 50. Nice comeback, nice pull back to retest, and then trade it up to the day 20, day 50. And it could be trade for, that'll probably be tomorrow, I imagine. Okay, let me come back. Right, so there's a few things there to look at, a few things to be careful of. Not the best of setups, basically, but there's always opportunity there, so keep an eye on those charts. And I wish you all the best, and I'll catch up with you tomorrow. I'll see you then. Take care.